I was once a Kaldorei, one of Elun's chosen people, but it changed one day. Felwood, once a place of refuge for the Kaldorei. We were happy there. It used to be a haven for our kind, but now it's dwelled in by demons. I am Darkwind. Did you know I used to be called Demious Moonstorm? I was a ranger in the Kaldorian army. I defended our lands thousands of years ago from the demon menace of the Burning Legion. During those days, I met a man who truly was my friend. His name was Medisau Darkwind. He was a martyr of our people. He sacrificed everything he had to save our people from the demonic menace, as well as my life. One day, we met a girl, and we traveled together, the three of us. Unfortunately, it didn't last forever. The demons of the Burning Legion were making a camp in Ashenvale, and the three of us decided we would destroy them. The plan failed, and me and Rienu, Moon River, were captured by the Burning Legion and transported to Zoroth. I was shackled in Zoroth for many years, over 50, I think. However, that wasn't the worst part of it. When I was shackled there, they came and tortured me every day, for several hours at a time. The demons enjoy pain, you see. They like to see others suffer. They tortured me, burned me, cut me. They even had a Voidwalker touch me with its dark grasp. A Voidwalker touch is enough to make a grown man cry, and this was dealt to me for 50 years. My sanity began waning over those years. I wondered, why didn't Medisau save me? After years of torture, I was promised relief by Neradar, Lord of Zoroth. You see, they tortured me to obtain the whereabouts of Medisau, with no success. I knew nothing. He promised me relief should I fight on behalf of the Legion. I accepted. After that day, they tore away my emotions, everything that made me a night elf, and infused me with demonic power, after which I learned their ways and their arts. The one who made me do such atrocities, I will never forget his name. Neratharin. I learned shadowmancy, necromancy, nethermancy, as well as morphology, from dissecting their enemies. They called me Terra, or little toy in the common. I worked in the quarters of the Zoroth building, some of it experimentation. I experimented on living, dead, animate, inanimate, finding solutions for the Legion's dilemmas around the Gnarg. Theron enjoyed having a pawn to send about. When I began showing potential, he became closer and less likely to part with me. Then, the time came.
Demious.
Yes, my lord.
You're being sent to Forge Camp Wrath, in the front lines to our base, to prepare to invade Azeroth.
I am, my lord.
Yes, you will be leaving immediately. However, before then, I have trinkets for you.
Among the things he gave me, a purple Doomguard flesh robe, which I have worn ever since, much more durable than my old rags, a ritualist's armor, and a mace able to project storms from the nether, and my fell iron pokers and Nathrazim bones. He wanted me prepared for the surface, so that I may return to him after our enemies were raised. I never saw him since that day. Soon after, working in the camp, I was sent orders to go to an encampment set up by the Burning Legion in Shadow Moon Valley to defeat Illidan. This camp was composed of demon hunters trained by their own defectors of the Illidari. During those days, I was trained as a demon hunter, and had to kill the failures. On the day of my graduation, my past spirited me away, after it had killed the demon hunters around me before then.
Demious! Demious! Damn it! Speak to me!
Metasau tried in vain, trying to wake me from my trance, but my emotions were already torn from me, my mind belonging to the Legion. He had no hope of bringing me back to who I once was, for that person was long dead. Metasau persisted for several months in the cave, Terakar standing still in the time for months, it seemed. Those days with Metasau, though we were separated for thousands of years, could not be felt with comfort. Such a luxury was torn from me by Theron. Eventually, the Legion found us, and Metasau was forced to act. Even though Metasau won that tiny scuffle, his injuries were too great, and when the Nathrazim Lord showed himself, Metasau had no chance. His battle glaives had already been shattered from the battle, and the Nathrazim was taking advantage of his condition. No one ever claimed demons played fair. I sat there as the Nathrazim began possessing his body, his cries of agony as the creature savagely tried to consume his soul from within, resounding through my body. Something in my very soul pulled me to action, perhaps one of the words I found most surprising from him.
Demious! Demious, kill me, please. I can't control my body. Demious, kill me, please, with my shattered glaive. Trap both our souls for all eternity. Please, let me keep my mortality. Thank you, Demious. Goodbye, my friend.
Since that day, I questioned why couldn't I grieve for him? Why couldn't I cry over my best friend's death? I realized then my emotions were torn out. I couldn't grieve or feel sorrow for his passing. I was dead inside, just as dead as his still body. My eyes, unable to bring out tears, being burned out before Medisau saved me. After his death, I buried his body in a casket of my own carving. Before I became a demon, it was a hobby of mine to make caskets and try to make them the most beautiful in the land. Kind of ironic. Something beautiful coming from something so ugly as myself. Yet, as his body waits in the nether right now, I can't help but get a feeling that some malevolent force will bring him back and cause me more psychological harm, if I could feel such a thing. Let the Legion come. Let all who come to bring me harm harbor a challenge, because in the tempest of the night, I am Darkwind!